you've decided to move to Denver, but one big question remains. Where? There are so many different neighborhoods and suburbs and small towns around the Denver metro area. How do you know which one is going to be right for you, fit your vibe and your lifestyle? Well, today we're going to break down 7 of the most popular neighborhoods and suburbs in and around Denver, what makes each one unique, who they attract, and what are their pros and cons. Let's go. Guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tim Kampmann, a licensed realtor here in the Denver metro area, helping you with all your real estate needs. If you're thinking of a move here, hit me up at the information on the screen. Call, text, or email. I got your back on all things Denver real estate. And don't forget to download that free relocation guide I have linked in the video description below. Even if you're not quite ready for a call yet, you just want some more information on the Denver metro, download that. Great information and can set you up for success before we have our call on your move to Denver. So we're breaking down 7 suburbs and neighborhoods of Denver, and kicking it off, we're starting in one of the best, Wash Park. So Wash Park, or Washington Park as the official name, is one of Denver's most popular neighborhoods, located just on the south end of Denver. This attracts a lot of families and young professionals. It's one of the most picturesque tree-lined street neighborhoods in all of the Denver metro area. So if you're looking for a place with historic charm, everything from grand scale kind of old Denver mansions to your smaller scale Denver bungalows to some Tudors or something with Victorian style, there are a lot of different options here in this heart of Denver neighborhood. Not only do you have access to one of the most picturesque and popular Denver parks, but you also have access to everything in the metro area just a short drive or walk away. This is one of Denver's most upscale but still walkable neighborhoods. You'll find local cafes within the neighborhood, like I said, the parks, and some local shopping nearby. So if you're looking for that blend of more of a quiet, slightly suburban neighborhood with still a lot of historic charm and walkability of the Denver area, this can be the perfect blend of each for you. Like I said, a lot of young professionals, a lot of young families choose to move into this area. Biggest con to this neighborhood is going to be price point. Things are really starting around $1 million, $1.1 million and going up from there. And if you want to be in one of the homes that overlooks the park, one of the stunning mansions, or maybe even one of the homes that has been scraped and rebuilt into a modern luxury home, these are going to be pretty pricey, $1.5 million and above. So price point is a kind of a deterrent for some people. And the second obstacle that I see a lot of people have with this neighborhood is parking and the narrow streets. So in this part of Denver, you're going to have one-way streets, you're going to have two-way streets that are pretty narrow, and a lot of the parking that is available is on-street parking. You do have some pockets of the neighborhood that do have alleyways, and sometimes on the back of these homes there are detached garages that you can use and utilize as parking. But if you're going to have guests over to the house a lot, plan on having them walk a little ways if they cannot find street parking right in front of your home. But Wash Park definitely should be at the top of your list if you're looking for luxury, historic charm, and a family-friendly neighborhood. Neighborhood number 2 is Central Park. Now this is formerly the Stapleton area, and what this area used to historically be was the original Denver airport before they moved it out to the Eastern Plains. Now Central Park is a master plan subdivision, and it's popular for a lot of people that are relocating here that want to be close to the Denver metro area but might not want the problems or hassles of a more historic home, one that was built at the turn of the century or even the 1950s, and deal with some of the problems that traditionally come with an older home, whether that be plumbing or electrical issues or just having an 100-year-old home. That could be a challenge. Energy efficiency, etc. But if you want to be close to the Denver metro area, you're only about a 10-minute drive into lower downtown, where you have the Rockies and the Broncos Stadium and all those things to do in the Denver area. But you also have a lot more trails and parks to experience in this Central Park area. So who this area really attracts, like I said, transplants or people relocating from other parts of the country. And a reason for that is it is a bit closer to the Denver International Airport. You're located kind of on the northeast corner of Denver. This is also a very clean, safe, new neighborhood, but easier access to the airport if you're traveling a lot for work or you like to hop on a plane and still go see family in other parts of the country. This is probably going to be one of the more convenient options while still being in Denver. And the other group of people that it really attracts are young families. So there are highly rated schools in this pocket of Denver, and there are lots of parks and trails, like I said. So if you're looking for something that has more of that natural feel, stunning views of the Rocky Mountains from this neighborhood, this is a great option for you. Con to this neighborhood, similar to Washington Park, is price point. Homes in this area are really going to be starting around $700,000 and going up from there. So while it is more affordable than Washington Park, you are still paying a pretty price to get into this particular neighborhood. But a favorite of families, and you do have a lot of good suburban amenities nearby. Not as walkable as Wash Park or some of the other interior Denver neighborhoods, but still very popular. And number 3 is the Highlands. Now, this is not Highlands Ranch. We're actually going to get to that in a little bit. The Highlands is a neighborhood on the west end of Denver. And this neighborhood has been trending up for a long time. It's got a lot of mixed historic charm and newer development happening here. A lot of townhomes and row homes where the homes are 3 and 4 stories high with beautiful rooftop decks where you can have stunning views of the city and the mountains. If you were looking for a combination of both and views are at the top of your list, the Highlands is one of the most popular places, not only to have city views of lower downtown, the Bronco Stadium and all those things, but just to the other end, looking to the west, you're going to have stunning mountain views on a lot of these rooftop decks. So Highlands is very trendy, definitely a little bit more walkable than the Central Park neighborhood, equivalent to Washington Park, maybe a bit more walkable than that, but this really attracts a lot of young professionals as well. Not quite as many families choose to live in the Highlands. They like some of the other neighborhoods like Central Park, Wash Park, and Platt Park, but a lot of young professionals like this area, as well as retirees. Now, I know this is a little bit odd given that there are a lot of townhome and row style homes that are multi-level, but people that are looking for maybe a vacation spot here in the Denver metro area or a place that they can just come and visit during the summer has become very popular for a lot of empty nesters and people that are approaching retirement. They want something that's the ability to lock and leave. They can also have quick access into the downtown area, whether that's for sporting events or live theater, and it has quicker access into the mountains for your skiing and snowboarding and other mountain activities. So median price for homes in the Highlands is also starting right around that $700,000 mark. You can find some townhomes and some condos sub 700 in that 600 and 550 range on the low end, but plan for 700 to 850,000 for most of the homes across the Highlands. Now for neighborhood number 4, we're actually moving into the suburbs. So our 4th neighborhood we're highlighting is the suburb of Littleton. Now Littleton is one of Denver's most popular towns that's just outside the city. You're about a 15 to 20 minute commute into the heart of lower downtown if you're traveling from Littleton. But a reason this one has become so popular for families and young professionals is its family-friendly atmosphere, community feel, and light rail access. So if you are a person who wants to move here, still experience a lot of the outdoors, and occasionally go downtown for, say, drinks or one of the professional sporting events or live local theater, you can hop on the light rail and be downtown in 15 or 20 minutes as well. That makes it a lot more convenient. And that's what a lot of people use our public transportation system for, as far as the light rail goes at least. Some people do commute daily for their work routine, but a lot of people will just use it to get downtown for a Rockies game in the summer or get downtown for an Avalanche hockey game through the winter or Nuggets basketball. So that is what a lot of our RTD is used for, and there's 2 stations within Littleton that make it very convenient for people to live here and have access to all those things as well. Like I said, this attracts a lot of families. Littleton is very popular among families for the highly rated school district. So Littleton Public Schools is rated as some of the better top 3 to 5 school districts in the Denver metro area. You also have access to a lot of the outdoor amenities and activities that Colorado is known for, whether you're in the heart of Old Town Littleton where you have Main Street and your bars, cafes, and restaurants nearby, or you're more on the outskirts outskirts and you have more of a traditional suburban living, places like Kampmann Ranch and Sterling Ranch to the south offer a lot of variety in the different home options. And since Littleton is such a large southern and southwest suburb of Denver, home prices are going to vary quite a bit. If you're looking in the southwest unincorporated Littleton area, it's going to be around $550,000 to $600,000. If you're in the Old Town Littleton area, you're going to be looking at $700,000 plus, because you have access to downtown, the light rail station, and all those things right out your front door. And if you're looking for the newer development in Sterling Ranch, I would plan on $700,000 plus in that area as well. And number 5, we're going to Highlands Ranch. Now this is different than the Highlands that we spoke of earlier. The Highlands neighborhood of Denver is going to be a lot different than Highlands Ranch. Highlands Ranch is definitely the suburbs on steroids. You know, everything that you think of when you think of suburban living is going to be Highlands Ranch. There are a lot of good schools in this district. The Douglas County School District is very highly rated, but it primarily attracts a lot of families and a lot of people that are relocating from out of state, say from Southern California or Texas, choose neighborhoods like Highlands Ranch or Parker and Castle Rock. So Highlands Ranch definitely has the least walkable neighborhoods that we're probably going to talk about today. Very suburban, very car dependent. You do have stunning mountain views through most of Highlands Ranch, but it is going to feel very uniformed and a lot of conformity around the neighborhoods. And this is one of the drawbacks that people don't like about Highlands Ranch when they're exploring some of the suburban areas of Denver, is it just feels too cookie cutter. I had one commenter said, if you like never-ending suburban hellscape, you'll like Highlands Ranch. A little harsh, but can't quite argue with that. A lot of the homes are going to have a very similar feel, similar style, and similar structure. And if you don't like HOAs, if that's a deal breaker for you, Highlands Ranch is definitely not going to be for you. There is an HOA with every Highlands Ranch home and neighborhood, regardless of where you live in this particular suburb. So while that's great for families and it leads to a very clean and safe, uniform neighborhood, it can be a drawback for some people. Neighborhood number 6 we're headed to is Parker. Now Parker is located on the southeast corner of the Denver metro area, and it has become very popular for a lot of young families who are looking for a little bit more bang for their buck than they are in Highlands Ranch. Median home price in Highlands Ranch is going to be right around $700,000 to $750,000, and in Parker you can get a little bit of reprieve on that, and the median price is going to be about $650,000 to $675,000. Now each of these neighborhoods has homes on both ends of that spectrum, but you're going to get a little bit newer home and a little bit more square footage for your home in the Parker area than you would in Highlands Ranch. And this one has also attracted a lot of families, one for the highly rated school district of Douglas County, and 2 for the outdoor activities and things to do. There are miles of trails throughout Parker. It does have still somewhat of a small community feel when you head into the main street, downtown, Old Town Parker, where you have restaurants and cafes, live local music, farmers markets, and just, you know, small town events happening throughout the year. So this is a reason Parker has become very popular for a lot of people looking to escape maybe the bigger city where there's higher crime and homelessness, and have more of a smaller community feel where you have safe, clean suburban streets. And number 7 on the list is Castle Pines. Now this one kind of gets overlooked because it's not a huge suburb of Denver. It's just kind of a place a lot of people drive by, to be honest, on their way either to Castle Rock or Colorado Springs if they're traveling down I-25. So located about 30 minutes south of Denver off I-25, this suburb is very popular for families and executives moving here from California, Texas, or Boston or New York that are looking for more of an exclusive luxury neighborhood feel without being maybe in the interior of Denver. They still want like the suburban feel, the cleanness of the neighborhoods, access to world-class golf courses, and upscale living without having, you know, the drama of living in Denver. The neighborhoods I mentioned at the beginning of the video, Highlands and Central Park and Wash Park, while they are in Denver, they're kind of set apart from the lower downtown and the interior of Denver, minus the Highlands. That one is probably the closest. And that lower downtown Denver area is the part that's kind of well known for having the homeless problem and the higher crime rates. But as you move out from that, suburban areas definitely get a lot safer and a lot cleaner. And that is a reason a lot of people choose to live there, and in particular in Castle Pines, because it's one of the safest communities here in the Denver metro area. So cons to living in Castle Pines: one, the price point is a little bit more than some people are willing to pay for. A lot of homes are going to be in that $900,000 to $1 million plus range, but you are paying for an upscale community, access to golf courses, and you are getting more of a luxury style home. And it's going to feel a little bit less suburban than, say, Highlands Ranch or maybe even Parker in some respects. Golf course living to its finest. If you're looking for golf course living, I'd say Castle Pines is probably going to be your jam. So there you have it, guys. The truth is, there is no one neighborhood that's a one size fits all. It depends on what you're looking for in your neighborhood. Do you value walkability and having live entertainment nearby, whether that be Broadway shows, live sporting events, or different things like that? And one of those neighborhoods on the interior, Highlands or Central Park or Washington Park, might be the perfect fit for you. If you're looking for more of a traditional suburban life, places like Parker, Castle Pines, or even Highlands Ranch might be the right fit for you. And if you're looking for more outdoor activities and access to your mountain biking and hiking and trail running and skiing, places like Littleton on that west end might be the perfect fit for you. So make sure that you reach out. I know all of these different neighborhoods in and around the Denver metro area, and if you like the homes in a particular neighborhood, but you're not so sure about the neighborhood, that's why you gotta reach out. I know tons of different neighborhoods, places that are gonna have similar homes and maybe better amenities and better neighborhoods that'll be a better fit for you on your relocation to Denver. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.